In the quiet of night, ancient people listened to their dreams like whispers from the gods. These visions shaped empires, guided kings, and soothed restless souls. Tonight, we'll uncover the forgotten art of dream interpretation and how it might help you find meaning in your own sleep. Imagine waking with absolute certainty that your dream held divine meaning. This wasn't fantasy in ancient Egypt, it was daily reality. Their civilization built special temples where people slept specifically to receive sacred visions. Priests stood ready to interpret these nighttime messages, maintaining detailed records of dream symbols and their meanings. The Egyptians saw sleep as a thin barrier between worlds. When ordinary citizens or pharaohs needed guidance, they traveled to dream temples designed to welcome divine contact. Inside chambers scented with sacred herbs, individuals would prepare for days through rituals and prayers before lying down to sleep. The air hummed with quiet anticipation. Would tonight bring revelation? What made these experiences significant wasn't just the dream itself, but the meticulous system surrounding it. Temple priests catalogued thousands of dream symbols and their interpretations on papyrus scrolls. A falcon might signal coming prosperity, while floodwaters could warn of personal turmoil. These weren't vague guesses. Trained specialists cross-referenced dreams against historical records of past visions that had proven accurate. Archaeologists discovered some temples contained oracle rooms where priests would deliver interpretations. The process resembled spiritual consultation more than modern therapy. People didn't just share their dreams, they sought active divine intervention in waking life matters. Farmers asked about crops, merchants about voyages, rulers about state decisions. No question was too large or small for dream guidance. One surviving account describes a merchant who dreamed of drowning in honey. Temple records show priests interpreting this as financial success, honey representing sweetness and abundance. The merchant later reported extraordinary profits from his next trade expedition. Whether coincidence or providence, such documented cases reinforced belief in dreams as divine communication. The most powerful dreams came from rulers. When Pharaoh Thutmose IV dreamed of the Sphinx promising kingship if he cleared desert sand from its pores, he acted immediately. After restoring the monument, he indeed became ruler, an event commemorated on the famous dream stele between the Sphinx's pores. For ancient Egyptians, this wasn't symbolic. It demonstrated direct divine conversation through dreams. Beyond temples, Egyptians developed practical dream practices for daily life. Wealthier homes often included small shrines where family members could sleep when seeking personal guidance. Even common workers might place clay tablets beneath their pillows to record significant visions overnight. Everyone from laborers to nobility maintained personal dream journals, detailing symbols and outcomes. This belief in meaningful dreams shaped entire cultural practices. Egyptian doctors sometimes prescribed dream incubation, sleeping in sacred spaces to receive healing visions. Legal disputes occasionally referenced dreams as valid evidence. Military leaders delayed or advanced campaigns based on officers' nighttime visions. Dream interpretation became an essential skill for scribes, who studied symbol dictionaries as part of their training. What's striking is how seriously these cultures took their systems. Unlike modern casual dream interest, temple priests underwent rigorous training to distinguish true divine messages from ordinary mental images. They developed criteria: vividness, emotional resonance, correlation to waking events, to validate significant dreams. The finest interpreters became trusted advisors at royal courts. This sophisticated approach reveals something profound about human nature. Even thousands of years ago, without modern psychology, people recognized dreams as more than random firing of sleeping neurons. They constructed entire architectural, religious, and social systems around nighttime visions, treating dreams as a legitimate language for cosmic conversation. Your own dreams might feel random today, but imagine living when they carried tangible weight. A bad dream could prompt changing business plans. A vivid vision might determine marriage prospects. We've largely dismissed this worldview, yet something primal still stirs when we wake shaken by particularly powerful dreams. Perhaps we haven't really moved beyond wondering, could this mean something? Ancient Egyptians would say undoubtedly yes. Their entire civilization operated on that premise. Their dream temples stand as ruins now, but the human impulse to seek meaning in sleep remains. Next time you wake remembering a strange dream, Consider how pharaohs might have consulted their priests about similar visions. The answers they found changed history. What if someone could walk into your dreams as easily as entering a room? Several cultures didn't just imagine this possibility. They built entire spiritual practices around it. Among Native American tribes, like the Iroquois and Navajo, specially trained shamans claimed the ability to navigate dreams like physical landscapes. They believed these dream travelers could deliver messages, heal sickness, or even warn of coming danger. The preparation for this work was anything but casual. A prospective dream messenger would undergo years of training involving fasting, isolation, and ritual purification. Only after mastering control of their own dreams could they attempt to enter others. The process often began with the shaman and dreamer sitting face to face at dusk, breathing in sync to establish a spiritual connection. As night fell, the shaman would enter a trance state while maintaining awareness, neither fully asleep nor awake. Aboriginal Australians described similar practices through their concept of the Dreamtime. Certain elders developed skills to project their consciousness into others' dreams during rituals. These sessions weren't metaphorical. Participants reported seeing the same dream messengers and receiving identical messages upon waking. The messengers often took animal forms, particularly birds or kangaroos, acting as spirit guides within the dream world. Archaeological evidence supports the widespread belief in dream messengers. Cave paintings in Arnhem Land show stylized figures with lines connecting them to sleeping forms, possibly representing dream travel. Oral histories describe special dream stones that shamans would place under a sleeper's head to facilitate connection. The stone's smooth surfaces were said to help thoughts flow between minds like water between pools. Practical applications of this belief appeared across cultures. Some Siberian tribes used dream messengers to resolve disputes. Elders would enter the dreams of quarreling parties to mediate. In parts of Africa, certain families kept hereditary dream messengers who served as spiritual links between generations. These specialists claimed to carry messages from ancestors appearing in dreams. The methods varied, but common elements emerged. Dream messengers often used rhythmic sounds to synchronize with their subjects, drums, chanting, or even steady breathing. Many traditions emphasize the importance of specific herbs or smokes to thin the barrier between minds. The most skilled messengers could allegedly identify dreamers by their unique spiritual signature visible in the dream realm. Why did these cultures develop such complex systems around dream communication? The answers lie in their holistic worldview. Without modern medicine or technology, dreams offered direct access to spiritual resources. A dream messenger could theoretically retrieve healing knowledge from ancestral spirits or scout distant lands in a way physical travel couldn't achieve. In harsh environments where survival depended on unseen forces, this wasn't superstition, it was practical problem solving. Skeptics might dismiss these practices, but contemporary research shows some interesting parallels. Modern studies on dream sharing demonstrate that people in close relationships often report similar dream content without prior discussion. Neuroscience reveals that certain brainwave patterns during deep sleep resemble those observed in meditative states, the exact states shamans cultivated for dream travel. The dream messenger tradition reveals a fundamental human desire for connection that transcends physical limits. When you share a vivid dream with someone today, you're participating in a practice much older than psychology. There's comfort in knowing that across centuries, people have sought to bridge the solitary experience of sleep. Maybe we still sense, like our ancestors did, that important conversations don't stop when our eyes close. Next time you wake remembering an unusually vivid dream, consider this. Somewhere in history, a shaman might have taken such experiences as evidence of their successful journey. Their certainty in dream connection shaped cultures for generations. While we may explain dreams differently now, that old question remains: are we ever truly alone in our sleep? The dream messengers would say no. A general's tent before battle held more than maps and strategies. It often contained dream interpreters ready to decode nighttime visions. Ancient military leaders treated dreams as tactical intelligence, sometimes delaying or altering battle plans based on these nocturnal messages. The stakes were too high to ignore what might be divine guidance. Greek commanders frequently consulted dream oracles before engagements. Alexander the Great reportedly dreamed of a dancing satyr before the siege of Tyre. His seers interpreted this as Say Tyros, meaning Tyre is yours. The successful capture of the city days later reinforced belief in battlefield dream omens. Whole regiments might sleep near sacred sites before combat, hoping for collective visions to guide their approach. Roman legions carried portable shrines for dream incubation during campaigns. Officers recorded soldiers' significant dreams in campaign logs, alongside supply lists and troop movements. Some accounts describe entire units sharing nearly identical dreams. Before pivotal victories, a phenomenon that modern researchers might chalk up to shared stress or suggestibility, but which ancient sources treated as supernatural coordination. Hannibal's famous crossing of the Alps. With war, elephants allegedly followed a dream where a divine figure guided him through mountain passes. His chroniclers claimed this vision revealed paths unknown to local scouts. Whether strategic fiction or genuine experience, such stories shaped ancient understanding of military leadership. Great commanders didn't just plan well, they received nocturnal counsel. The Greeks developed formal systems for evaluating war dreams. Tactical visions needed to pass 3 tests: clarity, vague images were discounted, correlation to known terrain or forces, and consistency with previous accurate omens. Only dreams meeting all criteria might influence plans. Some military camps employed specialized priests just to filter meaningful dreams from ordinary soldier anxieties. Naval forces relied equally on dream guidance. Carthaginian admirals reportedly changed sailing routes based on crew members' dreams of storms or sea monsters. Viking sagas describe navigators using dreamstones, smooth rocks placed under their heads to produce revelatory sleep before uncertain voyages. Successful outcomes reinforced these practices across generations of seafarers. Dreams didn't just forecast outcomes, they inspired battlefield innovations. The Spartan formation shift at Thermopylae supposedly came from a commander's dream of interlocking shields. Roman siege engineers credited dreams with revealing weaknesses in fortification designs. Rather than dismissing these as coincidence, ancient tacticians viewed them as divine collaboration in military problem-solving. Nightmares carried equal weight. Multiple accounts describe armies abandoning positions after widespread bad dreams among troops. The Mesopotamian king, Nabonidus, called off a campaign when 3 straight nights of officers reported visions of defeat. These weren't seen as cowardice but prudent response to divine warning. Better to retreat than defy the gods. Siege warfare particularly relied on dream interpretation. City defenders might prolong resistance based on dreams promising relief forces. Attackers sometimes broke sieges after visions suggested impending disaster. The Trojan War legends include multiple dream sequences, directly affecting the conflict's progression. From military decisions to individual combat choices, some cultures developed specialized wartime dream rituals. Celtic warriors drank particular herbal teas to induce strategic visions. Japanese samurai practiced sleep positions believed to yield clearer combat. Aztec eagle warriors underwent dream fasts before battles, days without food to heighten visionary clarity during strategic planning. The logistics of war dreams reveal ancient organizational sophistication. Persian armies traveled with dedicated scribes to record and cross-reference soldiers' dreams. Chinese commanders during the Warring States period maintained dream archives comparing past visions to subsequent battle outcomes. These weren't casual superstitions but systematic attempts to harness potential intelligence sources. Physical artifacts from ancient battlefields confirm dream practices. Archaeologists unearthed dream oil lamps in Macedonian camp, special clay vessels with openings designed to cast specific shadows for nighttime vision. Incubation. Viking burial sites sometimes contain what appear to be dream interpretation manuals, marked with battle symbols. What seems like primitive gullibility reflects sophisticated ancient psychology. Military leaders recognized dreams as manifestations of collective intuition, the subconscious processing of subtle environmental cues and tactical possibilities. When an entire unit dreamed of ambush, it might indeed signal overlooked terrain threats their waking minds had registered but not consciously processed. Modern special forces sometimes report similar phenomena as units sharing premonitory dreams before dangerous ops. The military still studies sleep patterns for cognitive edge, if not divine messages. Perhaps ancient commanders weren't entirely misguided when setting battle plans by their soldiers. Dreams just interpreting neuroscience through their era's spiritual framework. Next time you face a difficult decision, consider how Alexander weighed his satyr dream. The rational and intuitive have always coexisted in human judgment, just in different ratios across ages. Our ancestors' battlefield dreams remind us that uncertainty invites both calculation and reflection. Whether you consult maps or midnight visions, what if sleep could mend what medicine couldn't touch? Ancient Greeks built entire hospitals where dreams served as doctors. The Asclepian temples scattered across the Mediterranean treated thousands through a method. Modern science still puzzles over dream incubation. Patients arrived with physical ailments and left convinced their nighttime visions had prescribed the cure. The process began with purification. Visitors to Asclepius temples bathed in sacred springs and fasted for days to prepare their bodies and minds. They slept in special chambers called Abaton's windowless rooms, designed to focus attention inward. Priests moved among them, administering herbs believed to open channels for healing dreams. The air smelled of bay leaves and myrrh, substances thought to guide divine messages. During the night, Asclepius himself supposedly visited sleepers. Patients reported vivid dreams of the god appearing as a bearded man with a staff, often accompanied by serpents. These visions typically involved direct medical intervention, the god touching afflicted body parts or prescribing treatments through symbolic imagery. One surviving account describes a man with a spearhead lodged in his jaw, dreaming the god removed it. He awoke, healed. The wound mysteriously closed. Morning brought interpretation. Temple priests trained for years to decode dream symbols into medical advice. A dream of pouring water might indicate the need for increased fluid intake. Visions of snakes often signaled the prescription of certain herbal remedies based on their shedding skin, a symbol of renewal. The priests recorded both dreams and outcomes, building what amounted to ancient clinical trials of dream therapy. Physical evidence supports these practices. Archaeologists found specialized dream beds in healing temples, with headrests carved to influence dream content. Medical instruments discovered on-site match descriptions from dream accounts. Some temples contained stone tablets documenting hundreds of successful healings attributed to dream prescriptions, with conditions ranging from blindness to battlefield wounds. The system displayed surprising sophistication. Different temples specialized in particular ailments based on reported dream successes. The Asclepian at Epidaurus became renowned for curing paralysis. After multiple patients described dreaming of the gods stretching their limbs, the temple at Kos focused on fevers after consistent reports of cooling visions. This specialization suggests empirical observation of what worked. Patients followed strict dream engagement protocols. They avoided stimulating activities before sleep and engaged in focused meditation on their ailment. Some wore amulets depicting body parts needing healing to direct the dream's focus. A recovered hospital ledger from Pergamon lists dream-specific preparations for various conditions. Bone ailments required milk diets, while eye problems called for fasting. Roman military hospitals later adapted these techniques. Wounded soldiers underwent dream incubation with modifications for their needs, shorter purification periods. Dream symbols related to battle injuries. Some legionnaires received dream interpretation as standard postoperative care, with surgeons noting whether patients reported medical dreams during recovery. The temples operated on an intriguing business model. Payment came only after successful treatment, a practice that increased public trust. Wealthy patrons often donated when cured, funding treatment for poorer visitors. This results-based system kept the temples financially viable for nearly 1,000 years across the Greek and Roman world. Science now offers possible explanations. The temple environment removed from daily stress, enhanced by ritual and expectation, likely induced placebo effects. Certain temple herbs may have boosted immune responses. The fasting and purification diets could have addressed underlying nutritional deficiencies contributing to illness. Yet these rational explanations don't fully account for the consistency of reported healing. Modern sleep studies show interesting parallels. Research confirms that expectation and environment influence dream content, exactly the principles temple physicians employed. Contemporary guided imagery therapy mirrors ancient dream incubation in using mental visualization for healing. Some hospitals now experiment with optimizing patient sleep environments based partly on these ancient models. Perhaps most remarkably, the temples acknowledged psychological factors long before modern medicine. Records show they treated insomnia, anxiety, and grief, conditions only recently recognized as impacting physical health. Their holistic approach viewed dreams as a bridge between mind and body healing, an idea regaining scientific respect. Next time you struggle with pain or illness, consider those ancient patients awaiting divine dreams. Their cures may seem mystical now, but the underlying recognition remains valid. Healing involves more than physical treatment. In darkness, between waking and sleep, the human body sometimes finds remedies logic can't explain. The Asclepian healers understood this, instinctively trusting dreams as partners in the mysterious work of mending broken flesh. Ancient civilizations didn't view dreams as mere mental static. They saw them as potential glimpses of coming events. The concept of prophetic dreams appears across cultures with remarkable consistency. Preserved in texts and oral traditions spanning millennia, these weren't casual superstitions but structured belief systems with methods for distinguishing true visions from ordinary dreams. Mesopotamians left the earliest known dream records on clay tablets. Their priests developed intricate systems to interpret nighttime omens, documenting correlations between dream symbols and later events. A tablet from Nineveh details dreams preceding royal successions and natural disasters, showing how seriously these visions were taken. Kings employed professional dream interpreters, called Baru priests, who specialized in prophetic analysis. The biblical tradition contains numerous prophetic dream accounts. Joseph's rise to power in Egypt stemmed from correctly interpreting Pharaoh's dreams of 7 fat cows and 7 lean ones as predicting agricultural cycles. Daniel's interpretation of Nebuchadnezzar's dreams established his reputation as a seer. These stories reveal how dreams shaped political decisions and individual destinies in the ancient world. Greek oracles didn't limit prophecy to waking trances. The temple at Delphi kept records of visitors' significant dreams alongside oracle pronouncements. Some accounts suggest that Pythia herself, the temple's prophetic priestess, based certain predictions on her own dreams during ritual preparations. The Greeks maintained separate terminology in Hypnion for ordinary dreams and Oneros for true prophetic visions. Cuneiform tablets from Mari reveal how ancient bureaucrats tracked dreams for statecraft. Officials recorded citizens' significant dreams in archives, watching for patterns that might foretell famines or invasions. Some tablets show palace administrators sending interpreters to investigate recurring dream motifs among different dreamers, an early form of collective premonition monitoring. The accuracy of these prophecies remains debated, but the systems show sophisticated pattern recognition. Ancient interpreters looked for dream signatures, recurrent symbols that historically preceded specific outcomes. If multiple people dreamed of floods before actual inundations, interpreters noted the connection for future reference. This empirical approach suggests some prophecies may have reflected subconscious environmental awareness. Chinese dynastic records incorporate dream prophecies into official histories. The Zhou Shu section of ancient Chinese manuscripts documents dreams preceding major battles and successions. Emperors maintained dream diviners as court officials, with some schools specializing in particular types of prophetic analysis, military, agricultural, or personal fate. Islamic tradition preserves numerous accounts of prophetic dreams. The Quran itself mentions dreams as one form of divine communication. Hadith literature details Muhammad's own precognitive dreams and their interpretations. Islamic dream science Tabir developed systematic classification of symbols based on linguistic roots and cultural contexts, a method distinct from Greek or Mesopotamian approaches. Roman statesmen used dreams for political forecasting. Cicero wrote about consulting dream interpreters before important Senate decisions. The Emperor Augustus reportedly avoided certain dates for public appearances based on unfavorable dream omens. Some Roman generals carried personal dream journals alongside military maps, noting correlations between visions and battlefield outcomes. Archaeologists find material evidence supporting widespread prophetic dream practices. Babylonian dream manuals carved onto stone tablets show systematic symbol dictionaries. Egyptian papyri revealed dream request rituals where petitioners sought specific prophetic information through controlled dreaming techniques. These weren't casual superstitions but codified systems with specialized practitioners. Modern psychology offers partial explanations for apparent prophetic dreams. The phenomenon of cognitive bias means people remember hits and forget misses when dreams seem to predict events. The brain's pattern-seeking nature connects dots after the fact. Yet some cases resist easy explanation. Detailed premonitions of specific, unlikely events unrelated to the dreamer's daily concerns. The human brain processes vast amounts of subtle environmental data unconsciously. Ancient prophets may have detected emerging patterns through dreams before conscious awareness caught up. Drought indicators, political tensions, or health trends manifested symbolically. This could explain some seemingly accurate prophecies without invoking supernatural causes. Contemporary research validates certain predictive aspects of dreaming. Studies show increased dream recall during stressful periods when major life changes loom. Some evidence suggests dreams incorporate subtle bodily signals that later manifest as illnesses, a modern echo of ancient healing dream traditions. The subconscious mind does register brewing developments before wakeful awareness. We no longer consult dream priests for state decisions, but precognitive dreams remain part of human experience. Scientific surveys show significant percentages of people reporting dreams that later seem to predict real events. The experience typically leaves lasting impressions, even on skeptical individuals. Testament to the persistent mystery of nighttime visions. Maybe the ancients recognized something we've mostly forgotten, that consciousness extends beyond waking hours in ways we don't fully understand. Whether through divine messages or heightened subconscious perception, dreams have whispered of things yet to come across all recorded history. That whisper still occasionally reaches sleepers today if they remember to listen. The next time you wake with an unusually vivid dream, consider how your ancestors might have treated it. Not as random brain activity, but as a potential message, maybe, even one carrying tomorrow's news today. While modern science explains much about dreaming, that uncanny feeling when dreams and reality later align remains unchanged. Since pharaohs built monuments based on nighttime visions, what if the veil between living and dead grew thin each night when you closed your eyes? Many ancient cultures believed exactly this, that dreams served as bridges where the departed could walk back into the world of the living. For them, nighttime visions weren't just brain activity, but visits from ancestors carrying warnings, comfort, or unfinished business. Celtic tribes practiced elaborate rituals to invite deceased loved ones into their dreams. Families would place personal items from the departed beneath their pillows, a comb, a piece of jewelry, anything holding emotional weight. The Druids taught that these objects helped spirits locate the dreamer more easily. Some Hillford excavations reveal small offering niches near sleeping areas, likely used for leaving gifts to honor visiting dream spirits. The Vikings took these beliefs further. Their sagas describe dreams as actual realms where living and dead could meet. A warrior might dream of feasting in Valhalla with fallen comrades, then wake, clutching a souvenir from the feast, a feather, a leaf that vanished by morning. These stories weren't considered imagination, but evidence of real journeys between worlds. Burial sites often included dream kits, small pouches containing herbs and runestones meant to guide the sleeper's spirit safely back from these encounters. Certain patterns emerge across cultures. Most believed the dead could only visit dreams under specific conditions, usually tied to lunar cycles or seasonal festivals. The Japanese Obon festival, for instance, included special sleeping arrangements to welcome ancestral spirits in dreams. Many traditions warned against forcing these encounters. Dream visits had to come when the spirits chose, lest the dreamer risk becoming lost between worlds. Archaeology supports these widespread practices. Excavations of Viking longhouses reveal separate sleeping benches, positioned to align with burial mounds, creating direct dream pathways between living and dead. Celtic settlements sometimes show central hearths, surrounded by sleeping areas arranged like spoxa, design thought to help collective family dreams circulate from the ancestors to each relative. These weren't passive experiences. Many cultures developed active dream practices for contacting ancestors. Some Native American tribes used dream songs, melodies sung before sleep, to call specific spirits. The Maori had intricate protocols for asking questions of dead relatives during dreams, with strict rules about how and when these inquiries could be made. Disrespect the process, their traditions warned, and the ancestors might answer in ways meant to teach rather than comfort. The content of ancestor dreams followed cultural expectations. Celtic visitors often brought practical advice about food stores or family disputes. Viking spirits typically offered battle strategies or warnings about betrayals. Chinese ancestor dreams frequently involved examinations of the dreamer's conduct, with praise or reprimands delivered in formal language matching Confucian ideals. Each culture's dreams reflected its deepest values and fears. Science offers partial explanations. The phenomenon of grief, dreaming exceptionally vivid dreams of deceased loved ones, is well documented across modern cultures. Neurologists note increased frontal lobe activity during REM sleep that may facilitate realistic encounters. What ancient people interpreted as visitations might represent the brain's way of processing loss through familiar imagery and narratives. Yet something remains unexplained. The consistency of reported details, specific messages about hidden objects or unknown circumstances, later verified, transcends cultural boundaries. When a Tibetan monk dreams of his teacher revealing a lost text's location and then finds it exactly as described, or when a Celtic farmer dreams of his grandfather pointing to buried tools beneath a particular tree, these accounts challenge simple psychological explanations. The comfort these beliefs provided is undeniable. For cultures without modern medicine or psychiatry, ancestor dreams offered ongoing connection with lost mentors and family. A grieving widow could still receive her husband's advice. A chieftain might consult his predecessor's wisdom during crises. This wasn't mere wishful thinking. It was a sophisticated system for maintaining lineage knowledge across generations. Modern people still report uncanny dreams of departed loved ones, often during times of stress or decision. The experience remains remarkably similar across secular and religious individuals alike, the same sense of presence, the same lingering certainty upon waking. Perhaps these nighttime encounters reveal something fundamental about human consciousness, that our bonds persist beyond physical separation, finding expression when waking reality loosens its grip. Next time you wake from a vivid dream of someone lost, consider how your ancestors might have understood it. Not as neurons misfiring, but as evidence that love and memory construct their own. Reality is occasionally accessible in that liminal space between sleep and waking. The dead may not visit in the ways the Vikings or Celts imagined, but their presence in our dreams continues to shape lives centuries after such beliefs were standard. These traditions reflect a universal human longing not to say goodbye, but to continue the conversation beyond the grave. Whether through spiritual belief or psychological need, we've here always found ways to keep listening when the world goes quiet and the night draws near. Imagine lying down to sleep and dreaming of your future spouse's face. In ancient Greece, this wasn't just fantasy, it was a common method for finding love. Many consulted dream oracles before making marriage arrangements, believing nighttime visions revealed ideal matches. Temples offered special love dream rituals, where seekers slept, hoping to see their destined partner. Some accounts describe dream appearances so vivid, individuals later recognized their spouse upon first waking encounter. The Greeks developed specific practices for love dreams. Unmarried women often slept with laurel leaves under their pillows to induce romantic visions. Others visited shrines of Aphrodite, where priests guided them through rituals to invite love dreams. The most sought-after dreams involve the goddess herself appearing to bless a union or reveal a partner's identity. These visions carried such weight that some families delayed weddings until favorable dreams appeared. Indian traditions took love dreams further. Ancient texts describe elaborate rituals for summoning dream visions of future spouses. Some involved sleeping with specific flowers or reciting mantras before bed. The most detailed methods came from the Kama Sutra, which prescribed sleeping positions and timing to attract particular dream encounters. Certain passages suggest these practices were common among royalty when arranging alliances. Dream compatibility became as important as political considerations. Archaeological finds support these traditions. Excavations at Greek sites uncovered small clay tablets near sleeping areas, many inscribed with love-related dream requests. Indian temples have yielded similar artifacts, tiny copper scrolls, describing desired dream encounters placed beneath statues of love deities. These weren't casual wishes, but formal petitioning for divine dream guidance in matters of the heart. Love dreams also served existing relationships. Greek couples experiencing strain might undergo shared dream rituals at healing temples. Partners slept near each other while priests burned special herbs believed to synchronize dreams. The goal wasn't just reconciliation but shared nighttime visions that might reveal solutions to their troubles. Some records describe couples reporting identical dream content after these sessions. The power attributed to love dreams extended beyond matchmaking. Many cultures believed dreams could influence real-world attraction. Roman texts detail spells for appearing in a desired person's dreams. Ingredients often included personal items wrapped in specific cloth and placed under the dreamer's bed. The logic was straightforward: enter someone's dreams, and you might enter their waking thoughts. Protection from unwanted love magic appeared equally important. Numerous cultures developed countercharms against dream-based love spells. Greek households sometimes hung specific herbs over doorways to block external dream influence. Indian talismans bearing particular geometric patterns served similar purposes, warding off supernatural attempts to manipulate affections through shared dreams. Dream interpretation manuals devoted entire sections to love symbols. Greek Wanera Critica texts list hundreds of romantic omens. A rose meant passionate love, while an apple portended marriage. Symbol dictionaries circulated widely, helping common people analyze their own romantic dreams. The consistency across regions suggests shared cultural understanding of certain dream imageries, romantic meanings. These beliefs persisted remarkably long. Medieval European love dream traditions clearly borrowed from earlier Greek and Roman practices. Even when disapproved by religious authorities, folk customs for love dreaming continued in many rural areas. The staying power hints at something fundamental: the human desire to find love's pattern in the hazy world between sleep and waking. Modern psychology might call these practices placebo effects or confirmation bias, yet the psychological mechanisms behind them remain intriguing. Contemporary studies show increased dream activity during emotional arousal, including romantic attraction. The brain does process relationship concerns during sleep, sometimes resolving them through dream narratives. Perhaps ancient love dream rituals worked by focusing attention, the expectation of romantic dreams making people more attuned to potential partners, or maybe symbolic interpretation helped clarify subconscious attractions. Regardless of supernatural elements, these traditions show sophisticated understanding of dreams' role in human bonding. The next time you wake from a vivid romantic dream, consider the ancient context. Your ancestors might have seen it as prophecy rather than imagination. While we no longer consult dream priests for marriage advice, that fleeting sense of connection in sleep still holds mystery. Across centuries, dreams have been love's secret messengers, whispering possibilities we barely grasp before dawn. What makes these traditions enduring isn't their magical claims, but their recognition of dreams as relationship catalysts. Whether through divine messages or subconscious processing, nighttime visions shape our attachments more than we acknowledge. The ancients simply formalized what we still sense: that love often begins in that unguarded space between sleep and waking. Some modern couples report shared dreams or premonitory visions of partners they hadn't yet met. Science can't fully explain these experiences, just as archaeology can't prove ancient dream prophecies. Yet the persistence of such accounts suggests love and dreams remain intertwined in ways deeper than either romance or research can fully capture. In the ancient world, nightmares held real weight. They weren't just bad dreams, but potential attacks by unseen forces. Mesopotamian clay tablets described nightmare demons like the Lilichu, female spirits believed to invade sleep and drain vitality. People saw these nocturnal torments as assaults requiring spiritual defense, not random brain activity. Medieval Europeans developed intricate nightmare protections. Families hung herbs like mugwort above beds to repel evil dream spirits. Some slept with iron knives under pillows, the metal thought to sever connections to malicious entities. These precautions reflected genuine fear. Chronic nightmares might prompt community interventions to identify who or what was sending them. Ancient treatments for bad dreams were surprisingly systematic. Egyptian dream manuals prescribed specific rituals after nightmares: washing in salt water, burning particular resins. The Greeks recommended dreamers draw their nightmares upon waking, then dissolve the images in running water. These weren't superstitious gestures, but carefully recorded methods from temple archives. Physical evidence shows how seriously nightmares were taken. Excavations reveal tiny clay dream traps buried under Mesopotamian homes, cone-shaped vessels meant to capture bad dreams before they reached sleepers. Nordic sites have yielded nightmare stones carved with binding runes to immobilize harmful dream spirits. These objects weren't decorative, they served a vital protective function. The physiology of nightmares sparked early medical theories. Greek physicians noted bad dreams often accompanied fevers or digestive troubles. Their treatments combined practical care-adjusting diets or sleep positions with spiritual measures like placing medicinal plants near the bed. This dual approach recognized nightmares as both bodily and supernatural phenomena. Some cultures developed structured responses to recurring nightmares. Persian Zoroastrians practiced dream handover rituals, where sufferers transferred bad dreams to volunteers through symbolic ceremonies. Celtic traditions included group singing to cleanse nightmare remnants from homes at dawn. These communal solutions reinforced social bonds while addressing the terror of persistent bad dreams. Nightmare demons appeared across cultures with striking similarities. The Germanic Mara, Slavic Kikimora, and Burmese Belu all shared traits: pressure on the chest, paralysis, sinister whispers. These consistent descriptions suggest universal sleep experiences interpreted through local beliefs. The shared details argue against pure invention, pointing to real physiological phenomena behind ancient demonology. Children received special nightmare protections. Roman families placed bulla amulets around infants' necks, featuring symbols to ward off dream intruders. Chinese households hung red cords with jade charms near children's sleeping mats for similar purposes. These weren't mere traditions but serious precautions, the young being considered especially vulnerable to dream realm dangers. Archaeologists find nightmare-related artifacts worldwide, from Scottish Brocks to Andean tombs. Discoveries include dream filters, woven screens placed over sleeping areas to sift out harmful visions. Some Native American sites reveal dreamcatcher precursors made from plant fibers and feathers, precursors to the now familiar hooped versions. Warriors faced unique nightmare risks. Viking sagas describe battle dreams where slain enemies returned to torment their killers. Special chamomile washes were used to cleanse weapons and armor of residual dream threats. Samurai practiced pre-sleep meditations to fortify against vengeful spirits seeking dream access. A psychological and spiritual defense system. The boundary between nightmare and illness often blurred. Ancient doctors treated certain chronic conditions as dream sickness, maladies caused by repeated spiritual attacks during sleep. Cures might involve herbal baths to remove dream residue or rituals to reclaim stolen dream energy from malignant entities. Modern sleep science explains some ancient nightmare experiences. Sleep paralysis, a temporary inability to move upon waking, aligns with many demon attack descriptions. Hypnagogic hallucinations mirror sightings of dream intruders. Yet science hasn't fully explained why certain nightmare motifs persist across unrelated cultures with such consistency. These old protective practices reveal sophisticated understanding of dream influence, whether through spiritual belief or intuitive psychology. Ancient methods acknowledged nightmares' power to disrupt waking life. Their solutions: physical barriers, symbolic cleansing, communal support, addressed both immediate terror and longer-term anxiety about sleep's vulnerability. Nightmare folklore lingers in modern language. The word nightmare itself derives from the Old English mare, a supernatural being thought to sit on sleepers' chests. Phrases like haunted by dreams preserve ancient concepts of dreams as external visitations rather than internal creations. Contemporary nightmare treatments sometimes echo old approaches. Sleep hygiene recommendations mirror ancient purification rituals. Visualization techniques resemble symbolic banishment practices. The core idea remains: unwanted dreams require active management, not passive endurance. Understanding these old beliefs helps reframe modern nightmares. Your ancestors wouldn't dismiss bad dreams as meaningless. They see them as experiences requiring attention and care. Whether through spiritual, ritual, or psychological processing, they recognized nightmares as messages needing interpretation, not just disturbances to forget. Next time you wake from a bad dream, consider how differently it might have been understood centuries ago. Your discomfort would prompt community support, not isolated concern. Those ancient protective rituals, the herbs, the charms, the shared stories reflect timeless, human attempts to guard the vulnerable self that emerges each night when consciousness loosens its grip. The fear behind nightmares hasn't changed across millennia. Only our explanations have shifted. Whether caused by demons or neurotransmitters, the experience remains that moment of waking panic when dream terror bleeds into reality. Perhaps our ancestors' acknowledgement of this connection held wisdom. We've partly forgotten that night spheres deserve daylight's attention. Long before psychology studied the creative mind, ancient artists turned to dreams for inspiration. Greek sculptors slept near their unfinished works, believing night visions would reveal how to perfect them. Some left bowls of special herbs in their studios to encourage creative dreams. recording the results in notebooks found alongside their tools. Chinese landscape painters developed formal dream rituals. Before starting major works, they fasted and meditated to prepare for instructional dreams. Many signed paintings with notes about which dreams inspired specific elements, a mountain form glimpsed in sleep, a waterfall remembered from vision. These weren't casual references, but documentation of genuine creative process. The Greeks built temples where artists could sleep seeking divine guidance. Poets visited shrines to the muses, hoping for dream revelations of verses. Playwrights reported receiving entire plots in vivid night visions. Some theaters kept records of which productions originated in dreams, a mark of special status, suggesting divine approval. Evidence survives in artists' own words. Recovered workshop tablets describe dream-inspired techniques. One Greek potter's notes detail a dream showing how to fix cracking in glaze. A Chinese scroll painter wrote of dreaming the exact brushstrokes for depicting mist. These accounts show dreams serving practical, creative problem-solving. Architecture also drew from dreams. Some Greek temples were built following dreams that revealed designs. Builders left inscriptions crediting divine night visions for structural innovations. The famous fluting on columns was said to come from a dream of reeds bending in unison. Music equally relied on dream inspiration. Ancient composers described hearing melodies in sleep that they transcribed upon waking. Some instruments were modified based on dream instructions. Lyre's string spacing changed, a flute's holes repositioned. These adaptations often improved sound quality in measurable ways. Textiles preserved dream influence particularly well. Weavers left written accounts of dreaming new patterns that later became famous designs. Some dye techniques were discovered through dreams. One vat worker recorded dreaming the exact plant combination for a prized purple hue. Creative dreams followed cultural patterns. Greek artists often dreamed of Apollo or the Muses delivering inspiration. Chinese creators saw ancestral teachers in dreams demonstrating techniques. The differences reveal how cultural frameworks shaped creative dream experiences. Archaeology confirms these practices. Excavated artists' workshops contain dream-related items, herb bundles, special pillows, recording tablets. Some sites have separate sleeping alcoves near work areas, arranged for easy transition from dream to creation upon waking. The process was disciplined, not passive. Artists trained to remember dreams through specific techniques, drinking certain teas, sleeping in particular postures. Many kept dream journals separate from sketchbooks, showing systematic tracking of creative visions. Collaborative dream creativity also occurred. Some Greek playwrights wrote of sharing creative dreams with actors centering each other's dream spaces to develop performances. Chinese painting masters described guiding apprentices' dreams toward skill improvement. The belief in dream inspiration persisted across eras. Medieval artisans continued these traditions, often crediting dreams with technical breakthroughs in stained glass or metalwork. The consistency across centuries suggests something beyond superstition, recognition of dreams' practical creative role. Modern brain research offers possible explanations. Studies show increased frontal lobe connectivity during REM sleep, potentially facilitating creative connections. The relaxed state upon waking may help retain intangible insights, but science still can't fully explain why solutions often arrive in dreams that evade waking thought. Contemporary artists still report dream-inspired works. The phenomenon hasn't disappeared, only our cultural framing has changed. Where ancients saw divine messages, moderns might call it subconscious processing, yet the creative outcome remains similar. These traditions reveal an overlooked truth about creativity. The mind works on problems continuously, not just during focused effort. Ancient artists harnessed this through disciplined dream practices lost to most modern creators. Their methods weren't occult, they reflected deep understanding of creative incubation. By preparing mentally before sleep, documenting faithfully upon waking, and trusting the process, they systematized what we might call inspired work. The next time you face a creative block, consider the old approaches. Keep materials ready to capture dream ideas. Notice how problems simmer beneath consciousness. Your ancestors might say the solutions aren't missing, just waiting for you to sleep. Perhaps creativity has always been a partnership between waking skill and sleeping vision. The ancient world honored both equally. Modern creators might rediscover value in practices that acknowledge dreams as collaborators rather than distractions. Dream-inspired art endures because it channels something universal. Whether through divine gift or neural process, the night has always whispered to those who listen, and ancient artists built civilizations by taking notes. Their legacy suggests we've only begun to understand creativity's true sources. What makes these accounts compelling isn't supernatural claims but consistent results. Across cultures and eras, artists sleeping with intention created works that endured. Their dreams shaped beauty. We still admire proof that nighttime visions can indeed become waking masterpieces. Ancient rulers didn't make major decisions based solely on waking counsel, they waited for dreams. Egyptian pharaohs maintained full-time dream interpreters as court advisors. These specialists recorded every royal dream alongside its real-world outcomes, creating systems to distinguish true divine guidance from ordinary sleep images. When a pharaoh dreamed of floodwaters, it might determine whether armies marched or granaries were stocked. Roman generals followed similar practices. Before crossing the Rubicon, Julius Caesar reportedly consulted dream readers about his visions. The Senate kept official dream interpreters, who analyzed leaders' nocturnal images alongside military reports. Some battle plans changed based on compound dreams when multiple officers reported similar visions on the same night. The Persian Empire developed perhaps the most sophisticated system. Royal dream diaries show how Xerxes and other kings tracked dream patterns for years. Certain symbols became trusted guides. Recurring images of hawks signaled favorable military campaigns, while visions of withered fruit often preceded poor harvests. The consistency of these correlations lent them weight in records from ancient China reveal how dreams influenced imperial policy. Emperors held morning councils specifically to discuss the previous night's dreams. Officials debated whether a vision of a cracking wall should prompt infrastructure repairs or border fortification. These weren't casual discussions. The dream's interpretation could redirect state resources for months. Greek city-states formalized dream leadership in their governance. Athens maintained a public dream register where citizens could report significant visions. If multiple people dreamed similar images before important votes, the assembly might delay decisions. Some laws were tabled for reconsideration based solely on consistent dream reports from influential citizens. The process wasn't arbitrary. Royal dream interpreters underwent rigorous training. Egyptian temple schools taught a 7-step verification method, matching dream symbols to current events, checking historical precedents, confirming with divination rituals. Only dreams passing all tests could inform leadership choices. Physical evidence survives in architectural choices. Some Roman roads curve unexpectedly because surveyors adjusted paths based on engineers' dreams. The Great Wall's placement incorporated dream guidance about terrain risks. These material traces show how dream counsel shaped physical infrastructure. Military strategy particularly relied on dreams. Alexander's generals left accounts of shared battlefield premonitions. Before Gaugamela, several officers dreamed of eagles circling the Persian camp, a sign they took a certain victory. The army adjusted formations accordingly, exploiting weak points the dreams allegedly revealed. Naval forces also followed dream guidance. Carthaginian admirals changed sailing routes based on sailors' collective dreams of storms or favorable winds. Viking explorers similarly used dream omens to navigate unknown waters. These weren't casual superstitions, but systematic risk assessment tools. Dream diplomacy emerged between empires. Peace treaties sometimes included clauses about sharing significant royal dreams. Assyrian and Egyptian negotiations referenced dream exchanges as confidence-building measures. Recording another ruler's dream in official chronicles showed diplomatic respect. The system had checks and balances. Roman historians note instances where the Senate overruled an emperor's dream-based decision if civic dreams contradicted it. Babylonian law required 3 verified dream interpretations before executing major royal orders based on visions. Some leaders resisted dream influence. Spartan kings reportedly distrusted dream counsel, favoring more direct divination methods, yet even they maintained dream interpreters for the army, recognizing dreams' morale impact on soldiers before battle. Trade decisions incorporated dream data to Phoenician merchants adjusted commodity shipments based on recurring dream symbols among crew. Silk Road caravans sometimes took alternate routes after shared dreams of bandit ambushes. Commercial success reinforced these practices across generations. Modern scholars find intriguing patterns in ancient dream governance. Records show leaders sought dream guidance most during uncertain periods: succession, crises, climate changes, border tensions. The practice offered a structured way to navigate unknowable risks. Today's leaders don't consult dream interpreters, but the underlying impulse remains. When presidents or CEOs speak of gut feelings about decisions, they echo their ancient counterparts' trust in non-rational knowledge. The methods have changed. The search for guidance beyond cold logic hasn't. You can see this continuity in corporate dream studies. Some modern firms analyze employee dream reports for workplace insights, mirroring ancient civic dream registers. Military units still track shared pre-mission dreams as stress indicators, much like Alexander's army did. These systems worked because they gave form to uncertainty. Facing drought or invasion, an ancient king could feel powerless. Dream interpretation provided actionable signals when data was scarce, like primitive risk assessment models. The next time you make an important decision, notice if dreams influenced your thinking. That fleeting morning impression, that half-remembered image, your mind might be working as ancient rulers did, processing beyond conscious logic. We've replaced temple interpreters with pros and cons lists, but the human need for guidance in uncertainty remains unchanged. Archaeologists find traces of these practices everywhere: cuneiform tablets of dream reports filed by provincial governors, stone carvings showing kings receiving dream visions. Each artifact reinforces how seriously ancient leaders took nocturnal counsel. They built systems to harness dreams' wisdom, while guarding against self-deception, a balance we still seek today. Perhaps dreams served as early decision science tools. By tracking patterns between nighttime visions and outcomes, ancient rulers developed predictive frameworks. Their methods seem mystical now, but the impulse was pragmatic, using all available information to steer civilizations through uncertainty. Long before modern sleep labs, ancient Greek physicians were mapping dreams to bodily health. Hippocrates taught that dreams revealed physical imbalances before symptoms appeared. In his medical practices, patients described dreams that foreshadowed fevers, digestive troubles, or healing processes. These weren't mystical readings, they formed part of systematic health assessments recorded on clay tablets, alongside pulse and diet notes. Aristotle took a more analytical approach. His writings described dreams as echoes of daytime thoughts magnified during sleep. He noticed how a faint daytime noise might become a thunderclap in dreams, suggesting the sleeping mind amplified sensory fragments. This early observation hinted at modern understandings of how the brain processes memories during sleep. Galen extended these ideas in Roman medicine. He catalogued dream types linked to specific bodily states: vivid colors signaling blood imbalances, falling sensations indicating nervous system disturbances. His treatments often combined physical remedies with dream analysis, addressing both body and mind centuries before psychosomatic medicine. These early scientists developed practical methods. Greek doctors used dream journals to track patients' nighttime experiences alongside symptom progression. Some prepared special sleeping spaces in their clinics, observing how body position influenced dream content. The goal wasn't just interpretation, but identifying consistent patterns between dreams and health changes. The shift from mystical to medical views didn't happen abruptly. Temple healers and physicians often worked together, comparing spiritual and physical dream interpretations. Some healing centers kept dual records: priests documenting divine messages, while doctors noted potential health warnings in the same dreams. This collaborative approach reflects sophisticated early medical thinking. Dream diagnosis required careful methodology. Greek medical texts outlined steps to distinguish meaningful dreams from random ones. Factors included dream vividness, repetition, and correlation with physical states upon waking. Patients reporting violent dreams after heavy meals might receive dietary adjustments, rather than spiritual cleansing. Ancient scientists noticed physiological connections we still study today. Some observed how fever altered dream content, producing more chaotic, intense visions. Others documented consistent dream changes during pregnancy or aging. These observations, recorded in meticulous casebooks, formed early catalogues of dream, health, relationships. The scientific approach spread gradually. Persian physicians adopted Greek dream analysis methods while adding their own observations. Arabic medical texts integrated dream interpretation into holistic health assessments. Chinese doctors developed systems linking dream imagery to organ function based on circulation patterns. Some early techniques show striking foresight. Roman doctors experimented with dream incubation for diagnosis, guiding patients to sleep on specific questions about their health. The resulting dreams, combined with physical exams, helped identify hidden conditions. Modern sleep studies use similar structured approaches. Physical treatments often followed dream analysis. A patient dreaming of suffocation might receive chest remedies. Visions of water led to hydration assessments. These interventions sound simple, but reflected logical connections between dream symbols and potential bodily needs. Dream science also informed public health measures. Greek cities sometimes adjusted sanitation policies after multiple citizens reported similar disturbing dreams during disease outbreaks. Officials recognized these as early warning signs before full epidemics developed. The limitations were evident even then. Some physicians cautioned against overinterpreting dreams, warning that anxiety could distort dream content. Others developed verification methods, having patients describe dreams multiple times to check consistency before acting on them medically. Ancient dream science left tangible evidence. Medical tools excavated at temple sites include dream interpretation manuals alongside surgical instruments. Patient records show dreams listed as vital signs before major procedures. These materials reveal how seriously dreams were taken as diagnostic tools. What modern medicine might call the placebo effect, ancient physicians saw as dream-guided healing. Their records describe patients improving after dream-inspired treatments, even when the physical intervention didn't directly address the illness. This hints at early recognition of the mind-body connections now studied in psychoneuroimmunology. The transition wasn't complete. Supernatural views persisted alongside medical ones, but these early scientists established crucial principles. They observed, recorded, and tested dream phenomena, rather than accepting traditional explanations uncritically. Their methods laid groundwork for modern sleep research. Today's sleep labs use advanced technology, but some questions remain similar. How do dreams reflect brain activity? Can dreams indicate health changes? Ancient physicians asked these first, with only observation and reason as tools. Their work reminds us that scientific inquiry often starts with simply noticing patterns others overlook. The next time you remember a strange dream, consider how Hippocrates might have assessed it, not as prophecy or nonsense, but as potential data about your waking state. Ancient dream science bridged to worlds honoring dreams' mystery, while seeking their physical roots. That balanced curiosity still drives sleep research today. Archaeologists continue finding medical dream records in unexpected places, bundled with surgical texts etched near apothecary shelves. These scattered notes form history's first dream research database, compiled by physicians who saw nighttime visions as vital health information. Their legacy persists each time a doctor asks how you've been sleeping. Modern technology reveals dream mechanics ancient scientists could only guess at. Yet their fundamental insight endures, that dreams matter to waking life, not as supernatural messages, but as reflections of the dreaming body and mind. We've replaced clay tablets with brain scans, but the essential question remains: what can our nights teach us about our days? Dreams have shaped religious experience across traditions, serving as direct lines to the divine. In Christianity, visions during sleep play pivotal roles. Joseph receives angelic warnings in dreams to protect the infant Jesus, while Paul's conversion begins with a blinding vision that alters Christian history. Biblical texts describe dreams as privileged communications moments, when heaven breaks through ordinary consciousness with guidance or warning. The New Testament records over a dozen significant dreams that redirect lives and shape theology. Islamic tradition elevates dreams to sacred status. The Prophet Muhammad receives his first revelation in a powerful visionary experience during solitary meditation. Hadith literature preserves detailed accounts of his followers' meaningful dreams, showing how early Muslim communities discerned spiritual truths through nighttime visions. Islamic dream interpretation developed into a scholarly discipline, with texts classifying dreams as ordinary psychological phenomena, demonic deceptions, or true divine messages, a system still referenced today. Hindu scriptures weave dream experiences into cosmic understanding. The Upanishads describe dream states as higher planes of consciousness, where the soul encounters deities and ancestors. Yogic texts teach methods to cultivate lucid dreams for spiritual growth practices, still used in monasteries. Temple art often depicts gods appearing in dreams to devotees, reinforcing the idea that divine contact continues during sleep. Each tradition developed systems to validate religious dreams. Christian mystics recorded visions that church authorities then tested against scripture and reason. Sufi masters taught students to distinguish ego-driven dreams from authentic spiritual revelations. Hindu gurus assessed disciples' dream reports for consistency with sacred texts before accepting them as genuine. These verification methods prevented false claims while honoring authentic visionary experiences. Dreams influenced religious architecture and ritual. Many temples and shrines originated from reported dream visions, sacred sites first appearing in sleep, before being physically constructed. Christian pilgrims still visit locations identified through dreams as housing relics. Muslim prayer spaces sometimes incorporate designs said to promote spiritually significant dreams, like specific geometric patterns near sleeping areas. The narratives of religious founders often include pivotal dreams. Buddhist texts describe Queen Maya's dream, foretelling the Buddha's birth, through a white elephant entering her side. Zoroastrian scriptures record prophet Zarathustra receiving revelations in visionary states, resembling lucid dreams. These accounts establish dreams as legitimate channels for foundational spiritual experiences. Daily religious practice incorporates dream awareness. Orthodox Jewish tradition includes morning prayers thanking God for restoring the soul after sleep, with special emphasis when meaningful dreams occur. Islamic practice encourages sharing good dreams and seeking interpretation from knowledgeable believers. Tibetan Buddhists perform rituals before sleep to invite beneficial dreams and prevent negative ones. Sacred texts provide dream interpretation guidelines. The Babylonian Talmud dedicates sections to differentiating significant dreams from meaningless ones. Early Christian writers like Augustine and Jerome discuss dreams' spiritual value while warning against superstition. These balanced approaches show religions grappling with dreams' potential and pitfalls. Mystical traditions across faiths use dreams for spiritual direction. Catholic saints like Teresa of Avila recorded divine dream messages guiding their reforms. Sufi poets like Rumi composed verses inspired by dream encounters with the divine beloved. Hindu bhakti poets describe visions of Krishna that shaped their ecstatic poetry. In each case, dreams fuel creative religious expression. Pilgrimage routes sometimes follow dream instructions. Accounts exist of Christian saints, Muslim mystics, and Hindu ascetics receiving dreams that directed them to build shrines or travel specific paths. These dream-inspired journeys often become permanent pilgrimage sites, transforming personal visions into community, spiritual geography. Modern religious movements continue this tradition. New denominations sometimes form around leaders' revelatory dreams. Indigenous faiths preserve ancestor communication through dreams, despite outside pressures. Even secularized societies retain latent religious dream practices like blessing children after nightmares or praying about troubling dreams. The persistence of dream spirituality suggests something beyond cultural habit. Humans seem predisposed to experience certain dreams as transcendently meaningful. Whether through neural wiring or divine design, the nighttime mind accesses realms that daylight logic can't pass. Different faiths map these territories with varying symbols, but the frontier remains universal. Religious dream practices share core features across traditions. They treat some dreams as exceptional events, requiring interpretation. They develop methods to distinguish meaningful visions from random brain activity. Most importantly, they honor dreams as potential encounters with realities beyond material existence. View science, can confirm or disprove. Your own dreams might carry religious significance without your realizing it. That strange sense of presence, the unusually vivid imagery, the solution arriving fully formed. Your ancestors would have known what to do with these experiences. They'd record them, reflect on them, perhaps even alter life paths because of them. Modern sleep research maps brain activity during dreams, but can't explain why certain dreams feel qualitatively different. Religious traditions offer frameworks for these exceptional experiences, not as neurological glitches, but as potential encounters. Whether you accept their explanations matters less than recognizing this persistent human instinct. We dream, and sometimes we sense something sacred in those fleeting night visions. Next time you wake remembering a powerful dream, consider how your spiritual ancestors might have understood it, not as random firing neurons, but as one thread in a conversation that has been continuing since humans first looked inward and upward. The language varies: angels, ancestors, gods, the divine, but the impulse remains. Nighttime might be when we hear best, whatever calls beyond ourselves. Archaeologists find dream artifacts at religious sites worldwide: incubation chambers, dream recording tools, protection amulets. These objects testify to persistent belief in dreams as meeting grounds between human and divine. The modern world may have secularized sleep, but that ancient intuition persists whenever we wake, wondering, was that just a dream, or something more? Across traditions, the answer emerges in rituals, prayers, and practices still alive today. Modern psychology approaches dreams differently than ancient mystics did, but some surprising connections remain. Where temples once saw divine messages, laboratories now measure brainwaves, yet both acknowledge dreams hold meaning beyond random noise. The shift began with early psychologists, who treated dreams as windows to the hidden mind, rather than supernatural phenomena. Sigmund Freud proposed dreams express repressed desires in symbolic form. His 1899 work described dream analysis as the royal road to the unconscious. According to this view, that strange dream about missing a train might reveal anxiety about life choices, not predict actual travel problems. Freudian therapy sessions often included long discussions of patients' dreams to uncover hidden conflicts. Carl Jung expanded this approach by introducing the collective unconscious. He suggested some dream symbols arise from universal human experiences encoded over generations. When you dream of towering waves or shadowy figures, Jung might say, you're tapping into archetypes shared across cultures. This perspective bridges ancient spiritual views with modern psychology, acknowledging dreams might carry deep wisdom, while rooting them in mental processes. Laboratory research added new dimensions to dream understanding. The 1953 discovery of REM sleep revealed when most vivid dreams occur. Scientists observed how the sleeping brain activates differently than the waking mind. Visual areas light up while logic centers dim. This explains why dreams feel real yet illogical upon waking. Contemporary studies use technology ancient dream priests couldn't imagine. Brain scans show problem-solving continuing during sleep, with some areas working intensely. Sleep labs demonstrate how external sounds incorporate into dreams, a phenomena Aristotle noticed centuries ago. Modern experiments confirm dreams help process emotions and memories, though the exact mechanisms remain debated. Cognitive psychologists suggest dreams are the mind's way of organizing daily experiences. Like sorting files, the sleeping brain reviews recent events and files them in long-term storage. This explains why students often dream about material they studied before bed. The process isn't perfect. Some memories get mixed up, creating bizarre dream combinations. Neuroscience reveals how damage to specific brain areas alters dreaming. Patients with frontal lobe injuries report duller dreams, while temporal lobe damage can eliminate them entirely. Such findings support the biological basis of dreaming, while leaving room for psychological interpretation. The brain creates dreams, but their content still reflects personal concerns. Sleep researchers distinguish between dreams' mechanisms and meanings. They agree on how dreaming occurs physiologically, but interpretations differ widely. Some see dreams as mental noise with no inherent meaning. Others believe they offer valuable sleep insight. This debate echoes ancient disagreements between spiritual and skeptical thinkers. Modern therapy often includes dream work, though approaches vary. Some clinicians analyze dreams for symbolic content, like modern-day temple priests. Others focus on how discussing dreams reveals waking concerns. The common thread is treating dreams as psychologically significant rather than divinely sent. Ancient and modern views share surprising common ground. Both recognize some dreams feel qualitatively different, more vivid, meaningful, or transformative. Sleep science calls these impactful dreams, and notes they occur during particular sleep stages. Spiritual traditions would call them visions or visitations. The labels differ, but the experience remains potent. Dream research continues evolving. Recent studies explore lucid dreaming, being aware you're dreaming while it happens. Techniques like reality checks and wake-initiated dreams show people can gain some dream control. Ancient cultures practiced similar methods through meditation and rituals, though they framed it spiritually rather than neurologically. Technology now promises to visualize dreams. Early experiments use brain activity patterns to reconstruct dream imagery. While crude now, future advances might allow recording dreams like videos. This raises philosophical questions. Would captured images show the dream's truth, or just one layer of a multidimensional experience? Sleep scientists caution against quick interpretations. They note dreams often incorporate recent worries, physical sensations, or random memories without deeper meaning. That nightmare about falling might just reflect sleeping in an awkward position. This balanced view helps distinguish significant dreams from routine mental processing. Yet meaningful coincidences still intrigue researchers. Many people report dreaming of events before they happen, or receiving comforting dreams about lost loved ones. Science explores these through studies on coincidence, memory bias, and grief processing, acknowledging the experiences feel real, even if explanations differ from spiritual traditions. Perhaps dreams serve multiple functions simultaneously. They might process memories while also surfacing creative ideas or emotional truths. The ancient view saw dreams as messages. The modern view sees them as mental activity. Both could contain partial truths about this mysterious third of our lives spent asleep. Next time you wake from a striking dream, try observing without immediate judgment. Notice details, emotions, connections to waking life, then decide what significance to give them. Your approach might blend ancient wisdom and modern science more than you expect. The dream hasn't changed over millennia. Only our frameworks for understanding it have. Sleep labs continue uncovering dream mysteries with electrodes and imaging machines. Yet some essence eludes capture, that fleeting sense of meaning upon waking, the uncanny relevance some dreams later show. Science explains the how beautifully, but the why remains open, like the night sky above ancient dream temples. Both perspectives remind us consciousness extends beyond waking hours in ways we're still learning to comprehend. Ancient dream temples sought to control visions. Now we use technology. Modern sleep labs test devices that influence dream content through sound, light, and gentle vibrations. These tools track sleep stages to deliver subtle cues when dreaming begins, offering a scientific approach to what cultures once achieved through ritual. Lucid dreaming, knowing you're dreaming while it happens, has moved from spiritual practice to research focus. Studies show about half of people experience this naturally at least once. Training methods developed in labs mimic ancient techniques. Reality checks like reading text or checking clocks during the day can trigger awareness in dreams. The goal isn't so different from shamans guiding their dream journeys centuries ago. Some tech goes further. Wearable sleep masks now detect REM sleep through eye movement sensors. When dreams begin, the mask flashes colored lights too faint to wake you, but noticeable in dreams. This signal can prompt dream awareness, blending modern sensors with age-old dream control concepts. The technology remains imperfect, but shows our continued desire to navigate sleep's terrain actively. Dream recording represents another frontier. Early experiments decode brainwaves to reconstruct dream imagery, creating rough visualizations from neural patterns. The process resembles translating an ancient scroll. Glimpses emerge through static, offering possible dream snapshots. Future versions might record complete dream sequences like videos, though the ethical questions multiply when considering such intimate access to private mental spaces. Apps take simpler approaches. Dream journaling programs analyze your recorded dreams for patterns over time. Some detect emotional tones or recurring symbols, offering insights without human interpretation. While less personal than temple priests, these tools systematize what mystics once did, intuitively tracking dream themes to reveal waking life connections. Sound stimulation seeks to shape dream content. Certain frequencies played during sleep can reportedly influence dream emotions or themes. Unlike the chants and drumming used historically, these tones target specific brainwave patterns identified through sleep studies. Preliminary results suggest some influence over dream tone, more pleasant or focused experiences, though control remains limited. Ancient cultures used herbs and fasting to encourage vivid dreams. Modern alternatives include supplement stacks, with ingredients like galantamine and choline, thought to boost dream recall and clarity. Research on effectiveness remains mixed, but the premise echoes temple purification rituals designed to sharpen dream reception. Both approaches assume dreams can be cultivated through biochemical adjustments. Shared dreaming experiments explore whether technology can link dreamers. Early attempts used synchronized audio cues to create matching dream elements between participants. Results showed occasional overlaps. Two people dreaming similar scenes at the same time, though whether this exceeds coincidence remains unproven. The idea persists though. Mirroring ancestral beliefs in communal dream spaces navigable by the trained virtual reality may soon merge with dreaming. Some headsets now offer pre-sleep visualization exercises designed to seed dream content. Users explore calming digital landscapes before bed, hoping these scenes reappear transformed in dreams. The approach mirrors ancient incubation rituals where dreamers studied sacred art before sleeping in temple chambers. Limitations remain. Tech can't yet provide the meaning ancient interpreters offered. A device might help you fly in dreams, but won't explain what flying symbolizes for you personally. The qualitative difference between dream control and dream understanding still favors older wisdom traditions. In some respects, cultural attitudes also shift. Where ancestors saw dreams as external messages, tech treats them as internal data to optimize. This changes how we relate to nighttime visions, from receiving to directing, from listening to programming. The implications for creativity and subconscious processing remain unclear as we steer rather than witness our inner worlds. Interestingly, some modern users report experiences resembling ancient accounts. Lucid dreamers describe meeting dream figures who feel autonomous, even wise. Shared dream participants sometimes report contact with others' dream personas in ways that feel real. These echoes suggest technology might be rediscovering what older traditions took for granted, that dreams operate by their own logic. The line between tool and crutch also emerges. Ancient dream seekers cultivated skills through disciplined meditation, memorization, symbolic literacy. Modern tech risks making dream access passive, something bought rather than earned. Perhaps the most effective approach combines both using technology to assist while maintaining personal engagement with dream life. Looking ahead, dream tech could expand beyond individual use. Imagine sleep studies where interconnected dreamers solve problems together, or therapy groups processing shared dream imagery. The social dimensions of dreaming, so central to many ancient cultures, might re-emerge through new forms of collective dream work. Yet, for all our gadgets, dreams retain their mystery. The most profound experiences still resist full control or explanation. That stubborn elusiveness might be their enduring giftry, reminding us that some territories of mind resist colonization, even as we map their frontiers. Ancient dream masters knew this, respecting the autonomy of the nighttime psyche, even while seeking to engage it. Our devices grow more sophisticated, but the human relationship with dreams remains essentially the same. We still seek meaning, healing, and connection in those private night hours. The interfaces change, but the interior journey continues. As baffling and wondrous as when priests interpreted visions on temple walls, perhaps dream technology's ultimate value lies not in control, but in renewing our attention to this vital third of existence. That attention itself connects us across time. When you use a sleep tracker tonight, you participate in an ancient human project, exploring the shadowlands between waking and sleep. Now with circuits instead of incense, but with the same enduring curiosity about consciousness's hidden reaches. The methods evolve, but the mystery remains, inviting each generation to develop its own dialogue with the dreaming mind. Dreams still mean strikingly different things, depending on where you sleep tonight. A young woman in Seoul might interpret her dream of snakes as a career warning, while a man in Lagos could see the same image as an ancestral blessing. These variations reveal how culture shapes even our most private experiences. Among the Temia people of Malaysia, dreams guide waking life decisions constantly. They practice what anthropologists call waking dream reporting, sharing and analyzing dreams each morning with family. A dream about falling fruit might prompt changes in hunting plans. A vision of a relative could alter travel arrangements. Here, dreams aren't just personal experiences, but communal events shaping daily reality. Urban Japan presents a contrast. Office workers often dismiss dreams as stress byproducts, yet traditional inns still offer dream interpretation pamphlets based on season. Spring dreams of flowers mean one thing, autumn rain another. The coexistence of scientific and symbolic views shows how modern cultures layer old dream beliefs beneath new surfaces. In parts of Ghana, dreams serve as legal evidence in rare cases. Village councils consider significant dreams when resolving disputes, especially those involving ancestral land. The practice remains controversial but demonstrates how some societies still grant dreams real-world authority lost elsewhere. These communities operate on assumptions far removed from Western psychological models. Swedish sleep studies reveal cultural dimensions in dream content itself. Scandinavians report fewer aggressive dreams than Americans, possibly reflecting cultural values around conflict. Finnish dream journals show unusually frequent nature imagery, aligning with national identity. Even dream emotions vary by culture. Mediterranean dreamers describe more intense feelings than Nordic reporters. Australian Aboriginal groups maintain intricate dream mapping traditions. Certain dreams are believed to reveal sacred sites or songlines in visible pathways connecting significant locations. Elders teach methods for navigating these dream geographies. When modern Aboriginal artists depict dream stories, they continue a practice stretching back millennia. Brazil demonstrates hybrid dream cultures. In cities, psychoanalysis influences how people interpret symbols. Yet in rural areas and Afro-Brazilian communities, dreams still carry spiritual weight. A worker might seek both a therapist and a mind-adjacent perspective on the same powerful dream. This blending creates unique local dream dialects. The Muslim world preserves structured dream interpretation systems. Islamic dream science distinguishes ordinary dreams from significant ones, using criteria developed over centuries. Certain symbols carry consistent meanings across regions. Water often represents knowledge. Walls indicate obstacles. These frameworks provide shared symbolic language even as local variations exist. South Korea's unique dream context emerges in technology integration. Apps for dream journaling rank highly there, reflecting cultural comfort with both digital tracking and traditional belief in dream significance. Some Buddhist temples now offer dream interpretation alongside meditation, ascension, and modern dream tools coexisting. Mexican dream culture blends indigenous and Catholic influences. Dreams of deceased relatives hold special significance. During Dia de Muertos, some communities maintain Nahuatl dream vocabulary, distinguishing vision dreams from ordinary ones. The mixing of pre-Hispanic and European perspectives creates layered meanings. Interestingly, some corporate environments develop their own dream microcultures. Japanese companies report shared work-related dream themes among employees. Silicon Valley tech workers describe coded innovation dreams. These patterns suggest professions can generate dream subcultures as distinct as geographic ones. Sleep labs worldwide confirm biological universals. All humans dream. REM cycles follow similar patterns. Yet what happens within those shared mechanisms varies enormously. Dreams refract through cultural lenses like light through prisms, revealing spectrums of meaning. A baby's brain may dream similarly everywhere, but culture teaches that brain what dreams mean. The persistence of traditional dream practices surprises some observers. In an age of sleep science, why do millions still consult dream interpreters or follow ancestral guidelines? Perhaps because dreams remain one of the few universal human experiences not fully colonized by modern rationality. They resist complete explanation, leaving room for cultural narrative. Your own dreams probably reflect cultural influences you barely notice. The emotions you feel upon waking, the significance you assign images, even which dreams you remember, all shaped by silent cultural programming. Becoming aware of these influences lets you see your dreams through others' eyes. Travelers often report dreaming differently in new places. The smells, sounds, and stresses of unfamiliar environments filter into sleep. But deeper changes also occur. The dream logic itself shifts toward local patterns. This adaptability suggests our dreaming minds assimilate cultural cues quickly when removed from home contexts. Contemporary artists increasingly explore cross-cultural dream themes. Films like Paprika blend Eastern and Western dream symbolism. Novels imagine dream sharing between characters from different traditions. This creative work mirrors academic studies comparing dream content across societies, revealing both patterns and surprises. Today's global connectivity creates new hybrid dream cultures. Online forums buzz with users comparing interpretations across traditions. A Norwegian might apply Zulu symbolism to understand a recurring dream. This cross-pollination reshapes dream meaning even as roots remain visible. Underneath the variations lie constants. Dreams everywhere connect people to fears, hopes, and questions. They transgress boundaries between visible and invisible worlds. The specific interpretations differ, but the human impulse to find meaning in nighttime visions persists across all cultures. Next time you wake remembering a dream, consider how someone halfway around the world might understand it. Your perplexing symbol could be another's clear message. The diversity of dream belief reflects humanity's endless creativity in making sense of consciousness itself, that mysterious territory we all visit nightly, but describe differently at dawn. What unites us may be precisely this need to translate the untranslatable, whether through ancestral wisdom, psychological theory, or spiritual practice. Humans keep trying to comprehend dreams' silent language. The attempts vary, but the determination doesn't. Across all cultures, we wake reaching for meanings that shimmer just beyond grasp before fading into daylight. Before sleep each night, you might be missing a powerful tool for self-discovery. The simple practice of keeping a dream journal could reveal patterns in your thoughts and emotions that daytime awareness obscures. Unlike ancient cultures that consulted dream interpreters, you have the potential to become your own guide through this inner landscape. Modern therapy increasingly incorporates dream work as a window into the subconscious. Cognitive behavioral therapists often use dream journals to help patients identify recurring themes linked to anxiety or unprocessed experiences. The process isn't about fortune-telling but pattern recognition, noticing how certain stressors manifest symbolically during sleep. One patient might consistently dream of being trapped before major deadlines, another of floods during relationship tensions. Research suggests dreams help consolidate memories and process emotions. During REM sleep, the brain replays waking experiences with heightened emotional tones. This nightly processing likely explains why people working through trauma often experience more vivid dreams. The content isn't random, it reflects the mind's attempt to organize and make sense of daily challenges. Recording these attempts creates a map of your psychological landscape. Dream journaling requires nothing more complex than pen and paper. The key lies in consistency. Writing immediately upon waking before daytime logic overwrites the dream's raw textures. Details matter less than impressions. The dominant emotion, striking images, even bodily sensations during the dream. Over weeks, these notes reveal subconscious concerns that daylight thinking might avoid. Psychological studies show improved problem-solving after dreaming about challenges. Participants who dreamed about complex tasks often performed better upon retrying them. This suggests dreams don't just reflect thoughts but actively work through them. Applying this insight means reviewing dreams for potential solutions to waking dilemmas, however symbolically expressed. Some therapists use dream rehearsal techniques. Patients visualize desired outcomes before sleep, inviting dreams to expand on these scenarios. The method adapts ancient incubation rituals for modern goals, improving public speaking confidence, resolving conflicts, or breaking creative blocks. Unlike forced positive thinking, this approach engages the mind's natural problem-solving during sleep cycles. Dream symbols often represent aspects of the dreamer. That recurring figure chasing you might embody an ignored responsibility. The crumbling house could symbolize neglected self-care. Symbol dictionaries offer starting points, but personal associations matter more. A spider might terrify one person yet inspire another. The meaning lies in your unique experience. Contemporary research validates some ancient dream practices. The Greek method of reviewing dreams for health insights aligns with modern psychosomatic medicine. Tibetan dream yoga's emphasis on lucid awareness resembles cognitive therapy techniques for anxiety. These parallels suggest traditional wisdom, intuitive aspects of dream psychology, now being confirmed by science. Dream work proves particularly helpful during transitions. Adolescence, new parents, career changes, those in life shifts often report potent dreams reflecting their adaptation struggles. Journaling these can accelerate adjustment by making unconscious concerns conscious. The dreams don't provide answers so much as spotlight questions needing attention. Limitations exist. Not every dream carries deep meaning. Some likely reflect random neural activity. The skill lies in distinguishing significant dreams from routine mental housekeeping. Generally, dreams that linger upon waking, evoke strong emotions, or recur merit closer examination. Creative fields increasingly use dream-inspired techniques. Writers mine dream journals for story ideas. Designers sketch surreal dream architecture. Musicians translate dream rhythms into compositions. This practical application mirrors how ancient artists credited dreams for inspiration. Though today we frame it as accessing untapped creativity, the most effective approach combines old and new wisdom. Modern psychology provides frameworks for healthy interpretation, voiding superstition while honoring dreams' psychological value. Ancient practices offer structure for engaging dreams actively rather than passively. Merging these creates a balanced method for self-discovery. Your dreams likely already influence you subtly. That midday urge to call an old friend might trace back to a forgotten morning dream. Unexplained moods sometimes stem from unremembered night visions. Journaling builds awareness of these undercurrents, granting more conscious control over their impact. Consider starting simply. Place a notebook bedside and record whatever dream fragments linger upon waking. Don't force meanings. Observe how certain images or scenarios resonate with current life situations. Over time, you'll develop fluency in your personal dream language. What ancient cultures understood intuitively, science now confirms provisionally. Dreams matter to waking life. They don't predict the future, but reflect inner truths we might overlook when preoccupied with external demands. Your night mind continually processes what your day mind postpones, making dreams not messages from gods but from yourself. This self-knowledge remains dreams' lasting gift across millennia. The interpretations changed. Temples gave way to therapists, gods to neurons, but the essential practice endures. Paying attention to what surfaces when consciousness loosens its grip. However you understand them, dreams remain conversations with your self-worth recording. The next time you wake with a fading dream, try catching its thread before it vanishes. Write down even disjointed pieces. What emerges over weeks may surprise you. Patterns revealing hidden concerns, creative sparks, even solutions disguised as midnight myths. Ancient dream seekers would recognize this practice instantly. Only our explanations have changed, not the human need to listen when the night mind speaks. Your dreams have been speaking all along. The choice is whether to hear them not as prophecies, but as reflections of the mind, as continuous work beneath awareness. Modern life leaves little room for this listening, but the practice remains available each night when you close your eyes. The insights wait patiently beyond waking. Scientists now stand where ancient priests once did, peering into dreams for glimpses of truth. Current research explores how dream patterns could predict health conditions. Studies track dream content before Parkinson's or Alzheimer's symptoms emerge, hunting for early warning signs hidden in nighttime visions. The work blends modern medicine with eye-old observations about dream prophecies. Neuroscience makes startling discoveries about dream mechanics. Recent brain scans reveal intricate neural dances during sleep, different areas activating in sequences that may organize memories or process emotions. Researchers found certain cells keep working on unsolved problems during sleep, potentially explaining those aha moments upon waking after difficult puzzles. Dream recording technology advances steadily. Early experiments reconstruct visual dream content from brain activity patterns. The process remains crude, simple shapes and colors rather than complex scenes. Yet the possibility of recording dreams directly raises profound questions. If we could share dreams like videos, would they lose their personal meaning? Would interpreted dreams become more real than forgotten ones? Lucid dreaming research turns toward practical applications. Labs study whether conscious dream control can treat recurring nightmares in PTSD patients. Preliminary results suggest training to recognize dreaming helps end traumatic dream loops. The approach echoes ancient shamanic practices for escaping bad dreams, though now grounded in neuroscience rather than spiritualism. Sleep studies increasingly examine collective dream patterns. Researchers analyze thousands of dream reports from pandemic years. The findings show striking consistency: more dreams of teeth falling out during lockdowns, increased chase scenarios when infection rates spiked. Such patterns hint at dreams tracking societal stress in measurable ways science can't yet fully explain. Emerging technologies aim to influence dream content directly. Experimental devices use targeted sounds or mild electrical pulses during sleep to guide dreams toward specific themes. The goal isn't entertainment, but therapeutic reliefs, steering dreams toward processing grief or overcoming phobias. Early adopters report mixed success, with some experiencing jarring interruptions rather than guided visions. Genetic research opens new frontiers. Twin studies suggest some people naturally recall more dreams due to genetic factors. Other research examines whether creative dreamers share certain gene markers linked to neural flexibility. This biological angle could explain why cultures prized certain individuals as dream interpreters. Their neurology may have made dreams more accessible. Artificial intelligence now assists dream analysis. Machine learning algorithms digest massive dream databases, identifying hidden correlations between symbols and waking experiences. The results sometimes confirm ancient interpretation systems. Water dreams do frequently precede life changes across many people. Other findings challenge tradition, revealing modern dream symbols like airplanes carrying meanings not found in old texts. Cognitive science investigates dreams' role in intelligence. Some theorists propose dreaming represents an older form of thinking preserved in sleep. The loose associations and strange logic might reflect how early humans processed information before structured language developed. This suggests dreams could be evolutionary remnants in our mental architecture rather than random noise. Sleep labs continue exploring dreams' memory functions. New studies examine how dreams selectively preserve certain experiences while discarding others. The emerging view sees dreams less as messengers than as organizers sorting relevant information from daily clutter. This pragmatic function aligns with evolutionary theories about sleep's adaptive benefits. Cross-cultural dream research expands. Scientists compared dream reports from isolated societies with urban populations. Some universal themes emerge: flying, being chased while. Other content varies dramatically by environment. Arctic hunters dream of ice cracks revealing whales. Office workers dream of computer glitches. The findings suggest dreams blend hardwired symbols with local details. Philosophical questions resurface with new urgency. If we develop perfect dream recording, who owns those images? The dreamer, the technology company, or some shared space between? Can dreams become legal evidence if neuroscience validates their connection to subconscious knowledge? These debates replay ancient discussions about dream authority with modern stakes. Predictive algorithms now factor in dream reports. Some insurance companies explore whether dream content signals mental health trajectory. The approach remains controversial, but reflects growing acceptance that dreams contain useful data points about well-being. Critics warn against overinterpreting what remains mysterious brain activity. Military applications raise ethical concerns. Defense departments research dream-inspired training sleep sessions that reinforce skills through targeted dream content. The potential for manipulating soldiers' dreams as combat preparation troubles sleep ethicists. The line between enhancing natural processes and psychological intrusion grows thin. Consumer dream tech proliferates, despite scientific caution. The market floods with apps promising to interpret, record, or influence dreams. Most lack rigorous testing, yet satisfy deep human curiosity about nighttime visions. Their popularity shows our enduring fascination with dreams, even as science demystifies their mechanisms. Future research may bridge ancient and modern views. Some labs now explore whether consciousness truly follows brain activity during dreams, or occasionally precedes it, a finding that could reshape our whole understanding. Other teams investigate shared dreaming without technology, testing whether emotional bonds enable some dream connection. The big questions remain unanswered. Why do we dream? Do dreams serve essential functions, or are they merely side effects of neural maintenance? After millennia of speculation and decades of research, scientists still can't fully explain why dreams feel meaningful, while their biology appears mechanical. Perhaps dreams reflect both physical processes and experiential truths. The brain creates them, yet their content often connects to real concerns. Ancient cultures respected this duality, honoring dreams' reality without reducing them to mere biology. Modern science may eventually reach similar balanced understanding. As research continues, one lesson emerges clearly: dismissing dreams as meaningless wastes, a natural resource. Whether through journaling, discussion, or simple attention, engaging with dreams offers insights into our hidden selves. The future of dream science may not explain away their mystery, but help us use them wisely, just as temple priests did centuries ago. What's changing isn't dreams themselves, but our frameworks for understanding them. The visions remain the same, only our interpretations evolve. Tonight, as you sleep, your brain will continue its ancient dream work: sorting, processing, creating regardless whether science ever fully deciphers the process. That continuity across human history brings quiet comfort in an age of relentless explanation. Dreams persist at the edges of comprehension, too meaningful to ignore, too elusive to pin down. Thousands of years after the first dream temples, we still wake grasping at fragments, trying to understand messages from the night. Some mysteries endure because they must. Dreams may always dwell in that necessary darkness beyond full illumination. The next frontier may not be conquering dreams but respectfully collaborating with them. Future technologies could help us remember more, understand deeper, without reducing dreams to mere problems to solve. The goal might resemble ancient wisdom, honoring dreams as vital yet separate from waking life, neither dismissing them nor becoming lost in them. Your dreams tonight will join this ongoing human conversation across time. Though the languages we use to describe them change from gods to neurons, omens to patterns, the essential experience remains. We sleep, we dream, we wake wondering. That sequence has defined human nights since the first stories were told, and likely will until the last. Dreams have always been that quiet bridge between worlds where pharaohs met gods, warriors saw battle omens, and healers found cures. Tonight, they still connect you to something beyond daylight logic. Whether through ancient temples or modern sleep labs, humans keep listening when the world goes dark. Perhaps your dreams carry whispers, not prophecies, but insights. Your sleeping mind works on problems, processes grief, even sparks creativity in ways science can't fully explain. The mystery endures. As you turn off the lights tonight, leave space for wonder. What might emerge in that hidden space between thoughts? Your dreams wait with stories only you can hear.